In 2025, the internet was rocked by a fierce wave of digital chaos centered around an alleged leak of an unreleased Justin Bieber album titled Paris. The timing of this leak was what amplified the uproar. It happened just one day before Selena Gomez was scheduled to release her own deeply personal album. Fans immediately questioned whether this was an unfortunate coincidence, a calculated act of revenge, or something more sinister altogether. This occurrence quickly spiraled into widespread speculation, creating a frenzy of online detective work and emotional debate. The album appeared mysteriously and without any prior announcement in selected regions on Spotify. Its songs, unmistakably Justin Bieber's voice, were packed with raw emotion. Titles like Unfinished Portrait, Her Shadow Lives Here, and She Left I Stayed fueled theories that the music was a veiled message, perhaps intertwined with past personal relationships. Fans caught amidst Selena's celebration of her own healing journey on platforms like TikTok found the timing too precise to be accidental, sparking intense conversations questioning whether this was a deliberate disruption timed to overshadow Selena's emotional revelation. Within hours, social media was inundated with intricate fan edits, mashups, and analyses linking the tracks to historical moments in the relationship between Justin and Selena, a saga known as Yelena. The silence from Justin's camp added fuel to the fire, while Selena's cryptic Instagram story displaying a black screen with the phrase, "It always happens like this," was widely interpreted as a signal to fans that a digital war had begun. The hashtag Justice for Selena quickly began trending, accompanied by a resurgence of old footage, interviews, and fan-made content resurrected to reinforce narratives that framed the situation in terms of betrayal and unresolved pain. Attention soon turned to Benny Blanco, Selena's current partner and a well-known music producer. Rather than being criticized for any public statement, Benny's silence was met with suspicion. Many fans saw his lack of response as complicity or intimidation. This silence was deafening to Selena's supporters. Further suspicion was stoked when fans noticed that one of the allegedly leaked Bieber tracks included a vocal loop previously used in one of Benny Blanco's own productions, which many interpreted as a deeply personal and deliberate message embedded within the music, disguised as mere artistic sampling. As the night unfolded, TikTok became a battleground, flooded with tearful Justin Bieber clips from past performances, voiceovers of Selena's lyrics, side-by-side timelines of their relationship, and trending mentions of Hailey Bieber, Justin's wife, despite her not commenting or acknowledging the controversy. Hailey, who had supported Justin through personal struggles, was nonetheless reduced to a symbol of an unwanted obstacle in the public's enamored narrative of Selena and Justin's relationship. The silence from both Hailey and Justin was spun into fuel for fan theories, casting Hailey as a rebound or placeholder, perpetuating the myth that Justin's heart remained with Selena. This outpouring of fan obsession revealed that this incident was far more than just a musical release. It was a revival of a decades-long cultural fantasy, the classic tale of the good girl and the troubled star, a teenage fairy tale fueled by public heartbreak and idol worship. Over the years, fans had collectively grieved Selena's struggles and rooted for a rekindling of the romance, only to feel betrayed by their final split in 2018 and Justin's quick engagement to Hailey 4 months later. The purported leak of the Paris album reopened wounds that were never fully healed, validating a long-standing collective narrative that Justin still harbored feelings for Selena and that Hailey was a mere distraction. Every lyric, interview, and expression was recast to fit this myth. For millions of fans, the album became a cathartic yet toxic symbol, providing a semblance of closure that reality had refused to grant. However, the speaker argues that the core issue goes beyond the celebrities themselves. Selena, Justin, and Hailey have become characters in a sprawling, fan-authored story, manipulated and perpetuated by parasocial obsession. Fans no longer passively observe. They actively write, edit, and curate every gesture, photo, and silence to fit their idealized versions of the triangle. The conflict has turned into a battlefield for identity, projection, and the unresolved grief many fans carry within their own lives. The fascination with Yelena, the love triangle, and the public drama surrounding it has allowed fans to process their personal heartbreaks vicariously, creating an endless cycle that refuses to end. Hailey, representing the new and healthy chapter of Justin's life, is cast unfairly as the antagonist, never afforded a genuine chance in the narrative dominated by nostalgia and longing for an idealized past. Years into their marriages and personal growth, the celebrities themselves have moved on. Selena has built a thriving career rooted in vulnerability, Justin embraces fatherhood, and Hailey strives for a life beyond public scrutiny. Yet the fans remain trapped in a loop of rewinding the past and seeking answers that belong only to them. The speaker highlights a painful truth. Fans do not want healing because healing marks the end of the story they are addicted to, the ongoing drama, the heartbreak, and the never-ending sequel. Fans treat every new song, post, or public appearance not as moments of genuine expression but as plot developments in a saga still unfolding. They crave narrative symmetry, poetic justice, and emotional vicariousness rather than peace or closure. This unwillingness to let go is described as obsession, disguised as nostalgia or loyalty, where fans cling to the narrative for their own emotional survival. The speaker urges reflection, that true healing lies not in public spectacles or leaked albums, but in quiet, personal acceptance. The celebrities do not owe fans dramatic reunions or explanations. They have already given enough. It is the audience who must choose to stop perpetuating a story that has long ended. Ultimately, the story of Justin, Selena, and Hailey is not about them but about the society that transformed personal pain into public entertainment, craving drama rather than demanding or accepting peace. The speaker calls for a final act of courage. To release these narratives, allow the characters to move on and find closure within oneself. Healing, they remind us, does not seek applause or social media validation. It is a silent, private process, and only when the audience truly lets go can everyone find freedom from the endless cycle of heartbreak and obsession.